There comes a time in life when people will test your patience, your dignity, and your strength. They will say things that cut deep, throw doubt on your name, and question your worth. And in those moments, the greatest power you have is silence, because silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is restraint. It is a choice. See, when someone disrespects you, they're expecting a reaction. They're waiting for you to lash out, to crumble, to fight back in ways that diminish who you are. But when you stay quiet, you deny them that satisfaction. You hold on to your grace, your composure, and your peace. Now let me be clear, staying quiet does not mean you tolerate disrespect. It does not mean you allow people to walk over you. No, it means you rise above it. It means you choose to let your success be your response, your growth be your answer, and your peace be your greatest revenge. Because the truth is, the loudest response is not always the most powerful. Some battles are won not with words, but with silence. Some victories come not from proving a point, but from proving your worth through your actions. So the next time someone disrespects you, ask yourself, is their opinion worth my peace? Is their insult worth my energy? And if the answer is no, then simply walk away. Because the greatest clapback you'll ever give is becoming everything they said you couldn't be. Silence is not a sign of weakness. It is a reflection of strength, wisdom, and self-control. When faced with disrespect, the natural instinct is to react, to defend ourselves, to fire back with words that match the same energy we've received. But true power lies in resisting that impulse. It takes far more strength to remain silent in the face of provocation than it does to engage in a battle of words that leads nowhere. When someone disrespects you, they are often looking for a reaction. They want to get under your skin, to disrupt your peace, to pull you into their chaos. They thrive on your anger, your frustration, your emotional response. But when you stay quiet, when you refuse to give them the reaction they crave, you take away their power. You remind them and yourself that their words or actions do not define you. Silence allows you to maintain control over yourself and the situation. It gives you time to process, to reflect, and decide whether a response is even necessary. Not every insult, every slight, or every moment of disrespect deserves your attention. Some things are best left unanswered, because the energy you give to negativity is energy taken away from your growth, your peace, and your success. Choosing silence does not mean you're accepting disrespect. It does not mean you are weak or afraid to stand up for yourself. On the contrary, it means you understand that some battles are beneath you. You recognize that arguing with people who are committed to misunderstanding you is a waste of time. You understand that dignity is not found in proving a point, but in carrying yourself with grace, even when others do not. There is also a deeper power in silence, because it forces the other person to sit with their own words. When you do not react, when you do not defend or explain, they are left to confront what they have said or done. In that space, they may come to realize the weight of their actions. But even if they don't, even if they never acknowledge their wrongdoing, your silence ensures that you do not lower yourself to their level. This is not about suppressing your emotions or pretending words don't hurt. It's about choosing where to place your energy. It's about understanding that not every action requires a response. It's about knowing that your silence is not empty. It is filled with self-respect, confidence, and the understanding that you do not need to prove your worth to anyone who fails to see it. In a world that often mistakes noise for power, remember that true strength is quiet. It does not seek validation. It does not chase approval. It simply stands firm, knowing that silence itself can be the most powerful response of all. When someone disrespects you, they are often looking for a reaction. They want to see you flinch, to watch you lose your composure, to draw you into a battle that benefits them. Disrespect is rarely about the words themselves. It is about control. The moment you react emotionally, you hand them that control. They have succeeded in pulling you into their negativity, and now, instead of standing in your power, you are playing by their rules. People expect a reaction because it confirms that their words or actions had an effect. When you lash out, when you defend yourself aggressively, when you argue back, you are feeding their need for significance. The emotions. Remaining quiet does not mean you are weak. On the contrary, it takes incredible strength to resist the urge to defend yourself in the moment. It requires self-control to choose silence over unnecessary conflict. It demands confidence to know that you do not need to prove yourself to anyone who deliberately tries to bring you down. When you react to disrespect, you often give more power to the person who disrespected you. You validate their actions by making them feel important enough to warrant a response. But when you remain composed, when you refuse to engage, you keep your dignity intact. You remind yourself that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on people who do not deserve it. One of the greatest lessons in life is realizing that not everything requires your attention. Some people thrive on drama, on arguments, on creating tension. Engaging with them only fuels their behavior. But when you remain calm, when you walk away without a word, you send a message far louder than any argument ever could. You are not worth my time. You are not worth my energy. I choose my peace over your chaos. In the end, the strongest person is not the one who wins the argument, but the one who doesn't need to have it in the first place. Silence in the face of disrespect is not just a response, it is a statement of power. Peace is a choice. It does not come from external circumstances, but from within. When faced with disrespect, it is easy to be pulled into chaos, to react with anger, to match negativity with negativity. But true power lies in the ability to choose peace over conflict, to remain steady when everything around you tries to shake you. People who bring disrespect into your life often want to create disorder. They feed off drama, tension, and emotional reactions. Their goal is not to understand or uplift, but to disrupt, to test your patience, to see how far they can push you. When you respond with anger or frustration, you give them exactly what they want. You step into the storm they created, and suddenly you are no longer in control of your own emotions. But when you choose peace, you refuse to let someone else dictate your state of mind. You decide that your energy is too valuable to be spent on unnecessary battles. Choosing peace does not mean allowing disrespect to continue. It does not mean letting others walk over you. It means understanding that not every battle needs to be fought. Some arguments are not worth your time, some words do not deserve a response, and some people are not worth engaging with. Walking away is not a sign of defeat, it is a sign of wisdom. It is recognizing that your well-being is more important than proving a point to someone who may never truly listen. There is a certain kind of freedom that comes with choosing peace. It means you do not have to carry the weight of someone else's negativity. It means you do not allow their words to take root in your mind or their actions to disturb your inner balance. You learn to let go, to release, to rise above. The world will always have people who challenge your patience, who try to provoke you, who test your ability to stay grounded. But every time you choose peace, you reinforce your strength. You show yourself that you are in control of your own emotions, that your happiness is not dependent on how others treat you, and that you will not allow negativity to steal your joy. There is no victory in chaos. There is no real satisfaction in fighting battles that leave you drained and exhausted. But there is peace in knowing you did not allow someone else's bitterness to become your own. There is peace in walking away with your dignity intact. There is peace in knowing that your silence, your calm, and your ability to rise above speak louder than any argument ever could. So when you are faced with disrespect, ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Is this worth my time? And if the answer is no, then let go. Because nothing is more valuable than protecting your energy, your heart, and your peace. Success is the best response to any form of disrespect, doubt, or negativity. When people underestimate you, when they speak against you, when they try to tear you down, the greatest way to answer them is not with words, but with results. Arguing, defending yourself, or trying to prove your worth through explanations will never be as powerful as showing them what you are truly capable of. There will always be people who doubt you, who belittle your efforts, who think you are not good enough. Some will be vocal about it, while others will express it through their actions, through their dismissiveness, through their lack of support. But none of that matters when you stay focused on your goals. The moment you let success be your response, you take back control. You shift the power from their words to your actions, from their opinions to your progress. When you achieve something great, the same people who once disrespected you will have no choice but to acknowledge what you have accomplished. Some will stay silent, pretending they never doubted you. Others may try to take credit, acting as if they always believed in you. And then there will be those who will still try to find something negative to say. But by that time, it won't matter, because you will have already won. You will have proven, not to them, but to yourself, that their opinions never defined you. Success is not about revenge, it is about growth. It is about taking every negative word, every moment of disrespect, and using it as fuel to become better, stronger, and more determined. It is about understanding that your energy is best spent on building your future rather than engaging in battles that lead nowhere. When you put all your focus into proving people wrong, you are still giving them too much power over your life. But when you focus on simply becoming the best version of yourself, their words naturally lose meaning. The road to success is not always easy, and at times the negativity from others can feel overwhelming. But that is where discipline and self-belief come in. No one's doubt can stop you unless you let it. No one's disrespect can hold you back unless you give it importance. The only thing that truly matters is what you choose to do despite it all. So when people doubt you, when they disrespect you, when they fail to see your worth, do not waste your breath trying to convince them otherwise. Let them talk, let them assume, let them believe whatever they want, because in the end, the loudest statement you will ever make is your success. Keep building, keep growing, and let your achievements speak louder than any argument ever could. Not tolerating disrespect is not about reacting with anger or seeking revenge. It is about setting boundaries and valuing yourself enough to walk away from anything that diminishes your worth. Disrespect in any form is a test. It is a test of how much you will allow, how far someone can push you, and how willing you are to stand up for yourself. The way you respond sets the standard for how others will continue to treat you. Allowing you do not have to justify your worth to those who refuse to see it. One of the greatest acts of self-respect is knowing when to walk away. Not every insult needs a response. Not every person deserves access to you. The moment you make it clear that you will not tolerate disrespect, you shift the power dynamic. You show others that you are not easily manipulated, that your sense of self-worth is strong, and that you refuse to engage in anything that drains your peace. Some people will test your boundaries just to see if you will enforce them. They will apologize but repeat the same behavior. They will promise to change but continue with the same patterns. Words mean nothing without action. If someone disrespects you and refuses to acknowledge it, they are showing you exactly who they are. And when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Not tolerating disrespect is not about pride, it is about self-preservation. It is about creating a life where you are surrounded by people who uplift, support, and respect you. It is about refusing to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. There is strength in kindness, but kindness should never come at the cost of your dignity. At the end of the day, people will only treat you the way you allow them to. Choose to set a standard. Choose to protect your peace. Choose to walk away from anything that does not align with the respect you deserve. Because once you stop tolerating disrespect, you make space for the respect, love, and appreciation that truly belong in your life. Walking away with dignity is one of the most powerful things you can do when faced with disrespect. It is a silent statement, a quiet declaration that you refuse to be pulled into negativity, that you value yourself too much to stay in a space where you are not treated with respect. It is not about giving up, it is about choosing yourself over a situation that does not serve you. There will be times in life when people will challenge your patience, test your boundaries, and try to make you feel small. Some will do it out of insecurity, some out of ignorance, and some simply because they want to see how much you will endure. But your response is what defines the outcome. Reacting in anger or frustration may feel satisfying in the moment, but true strength lies in the ability to walk away with grace, to leave without needing to prove anything, and to move forward without carrying the weight of someone else's negativity. Walking away does not mean you are weak, it means you are wise. It means you understand that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every insult deserves a response, and not every person deserves it with bitterness or resentment. You do it with the quiet confidence that you deserve better. You do it knowing that leaving a toxic situation does not make you a failure, it makes you strong. At the end of the day, the way you carry yourself in difficult moments speaks louder than any words ever could. So when faced with disrespect, choose the higher path. Choose to protect your peace. Choose to walk away with your head held high, knowing that your dignity is worth more than any argument, any insult, or any moment of temporary validation.